Live from Local 2, your home for the 2012 Olympic Games. This is KPRC Local 2 News.
Within the last 2 weeks, bank robberies have increased across the city of Houston, but today, robbers took a different approach. It was just after 2 p.m. when 2 men decided to rob a Loomis truck here at the Bank of America. Customers were concerned as they were turned away with suspicion.
With the huge gun, I was just wondering what was going on, pretty much. And then I didn't think anything of it and just parked here and walked around. And then the doors were locked and they said the bank was closed and there's an incident that occurred.
Investigators say the 2 men sped off in a nearby apartment complex that left residents with even more concern.
They were all out here at the parking lot, so I figured something was up. And there's a car just parked odd. The doors are wide open to it, but I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that they're here.
After hours of searching, the man did get away with an undisclosed amount of money. At this time, the investigation is still underway. If you have any information on who might be involved in the robbery, you're asked to call HPD's tip line at 713-222-TIPS. Jasmine Phillipps, KPRC Local 2. Family and friends gathered here at Sunnyside Park in hopes of finding a missing loved one. Janice Wallaby and family gathered here at Sunnyside Park, passing out flyers for their missing brother and uncle, Marvin Thomas. Marvin has been missing for 3 days. He is a 65-year-old veteran that was last seen in this very area.
He has on blue jeans, he has on a white or black t-shirt, we're not for sure. He had a jacket on. The jacket has a tan collar, and in the back of the collar it's marked Lee. He has had PTSD. He has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. So when people ask me about his behavior, he's fairly quiet all the time. He's fairly a loner. But as the medication wears off, that changes. His personality changes. So that's also my worry, too, on how agitated he might be becoming right now.
If you have any information on Thomas' whereabouts, please call HPD's missing person. Jasmine Phillipps in Southeast Houston, KPRC Local 2.
Local 2, your home for the 2012 Olympic Games. This is KPRC Local 2 News.
Coming up, a new ordinance could possibly leave you with a hefty fine for giving out food.
But first, an outage in Houston results in a treadmill catching on fire.
Good evening, I'm Wendy Reichstein.
And I'm Jasmine Phillipps. Thank you for joining us. When tropical storm hits Houston during the summertime, residents typically anticipate a few power outages. But things took an unexpected turn in the Katy neighborhood when homeowners suddenly lost power with no storm at all. KPRC's Jocelyn Coffin is on the scene. Outside may be the last place you're thinking of spending time this summer. But with a few additions, it could be a nice place to spend the less scorching hours of the day. Take a look at how to make a better backyard. The housing market and less money to spend seems to have inspired people to look at fixing up their homes they have, especially the outdoor area.
The thing we're asked to do most is more like an outdoor living room with maybe a kitchen area and a dining room.
Now around Houston this time of year, things can be a bit sticky outside. So if you dream of making it cooler and cozier, remodeler Charlie Watson says it can be done.
Pretty extensive, from some small jobs we do of decorative patios with maybe a fire pit to full-fledged areas that we do a full roof over.
It's important to establish the reason for your outdoor project and what you hope to accomplish.
More of us are wanting to spend more time outside, but if you're on a budget, be very clear and upfront when you're planning the process.
Angie Hicks, the creator of Angie's List, says that people should go ahead and dream big, but then take a step back and see how you can make it affordable in the long run.
Broken out into phases so that you can do parts of it in any given year. Maybe the fire pit this year, a new deck next year, so that you don't have to do it all at once.
If you are attaching a deck to the house, it will be considered part of the property, so there will be permits and zoning restrictions. So before you get started, be sure to check out the city's ordinances, as well as your neighborhood homeowners association rules. Jasmine Phillipps, KPRC Local 2.
Coming up, learn more about a deadly hit-and-run accident that left clubgoers scarred.
But first, hear how this one military family lost everything.
Good evening, I'm Luke Jones.
And I'm Jasmine Phillipps. Thanks for joining us. While many of us have used the moving service before, we never stop to think that movers are really doing their job. Local consumer investigator Tatiana Charlo has the exclusive story of what one family describes as simply vicious. And we're covering breaking news right outside of Southeast Houston, where there seems to be some type of oil spill. Courtney can tell us what's going on. Thanks, Courtney. For more breaking news updates, please visit our website, click2houston.com.
Yeah, thanks, Evan Shelby, and thanks for watching Local 2. I'm Luke Jones. Join us tomorrow night as we keep you updated on the latest news.
And I'm Jasmine Phillips. Good night.